Okay. So for right now, ignore the variables. Let's just look at the square root of 90. If you want to simplify a radical like this, the best way to do it, I think, is to find what we call the prime factorization of 90. So basically just divide 90 up into a product of prime numbers. So the easiest ones would be like 2 times something or 3 times something because 2 and 3 are prime. So I can write 90 as 2 times 45. 2's prime, so I'm going to stop there. 45, I'm going to write as 3 and 15. Okay, 15 I can write as 3 times 5. So 90 is the same thing as 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. So I can write the square root of 90 as the square root of 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Okay, and then I'm going to add back in the a to the 6th. So that's going to be times 6 a's. Let's extend this. Whoops. So since this is the square root, I'm looking for things that like multiply by themselves to get some product here. So inside the square root, I'm going to look for groups of 2 of the same thing. So here I have 2 3's. I have 2 a's. I have 2 more a's. And I have 2 more a's. So everything I've circled is going to come out, and I'm just going to write it once. Because ignore the 2, 5, and everything else. I have the square root of 3 times 3. I have the square root of 9 here, which would just be 3. So it's the same as saying, all right, I'm just going to pull these 3's out, this 3 squared out, and I'm just left with a 3 out in front. This a squared I'm going to pull out and get an a. Same with this a squared, same with this a squared. So I'm really pulling out 3 sets of a squared. So this is going to be a to the third. 3 sets. Each time I pull an a out, you could say this is 3 times a times a times a, and then combine them. But all that comes out, and I'm left with 2 times 5 inside the square root. Okay, so 90a to the 6th is the same as 3a cubed times the square root of 10. Now let's do the bottom. I'm going to start with the prime factorization of 36. 36 is 2 times 18. 18 is 2 times 9. 9 is 3 times 3. So I can rewrite this bottom one as the square. Let me rewrite it first just so everything matches up. 36a squared. I can rewrite this as, whoops, sorry about that ugly radical. 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times a squared. So times a times a. All right, doing the same thing, just circle groups of 2. I have 2 2's, I have 2 3's, and I have 2 a's. So everything's going to come out. So I'm just left with 2 times 3, a. I mean, think about it. 6a times 6a is 36a squared. So the square root of 36a squared is 6a. So now, combining everything, we'll do red. This is going to be 3a to the third root 10 over 6a. This 3/6 is going to reduce to 1/2. A on the bottom is going to cross out with one of these a's on the top. So this is going to become a squared. So my final answer is going to be a squared root 10 over 2.